Okay, so how are you doing? How have you been?
I've been good, I mean, I'm coping as much as I can in this
Hmm.
lovely lockdown and this lovely snow. But yeah, I'm surviving. Can't complain.
Hmm. So first, I would just like to say congratulations on the release of Interest with Miss
Thank
Banks and
you.
Oxlade.
Thank you.
So was Miss Banks someone that you've always wanted to work with, and how was it working with her?
I mean, definitely, she's been someone that I've always wanted to work with. Like, she's just a boss babe. I'm a big fan of her music. Like,
Hmm.
I really respect her hustle. So yeah, like we planned on like working together for a very long time, but like we always just missed each other.
Hmm.
Um, but we finally got round to it like last year. I think it was literally just before the lockdown started.
Hmm.
Um, and like we had a few sessions like set up together, and I think interest come. I think it was the first session, and yeah, like it was just amazing. It just like solidified exactly why I wanted to work with her. Like she's just dope.
Yeah, she's becoming so big, like in the UK rap
Yeah,
scene, like as a female as well. She's worked with so many people. It
yeah,
must have been a really good experience.
yeah. Long overdue as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, so this is a single, and you've released like a list of singles beforehand as well, featuring some really big names such as like Hardy Caprio, and your remix of I Swear with Chip as well.
Oh yeah.
So now that you've got like a whole bunch of singles lined up, is there going to be an EP or album coming soon, or are you still just releasing little things just to keep
Um,
us on our toes?
I definitely think an EP is coming. I can't lie, it's basically wrapped up.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I think I just want to give a few more teasers first, like get people into like the new. I feel like we're in a new era of Dolapo, so yeah, like just tease that a little bit, like let people get to know what's coming, and then yeah, bam, EP.
Okay, that's so exciting. So, you've been a co-writer as well. I've read
Yeah.
for some musicians such as Mo Stag, Tion Wayne, and Zizi. So, how long have you been working on your own stuff on the side for your first kind of proper release of Blink of an Eye in 2018?
I felt like I was always in session anyway. Like the plan was always to have my own thing going.
Hmm.
But I just found that like working with those guys and like to be honest, how I met most of them was pretty much coincidental. But like just working with those guys, like it kind of just led to more opportunities, like and just getting my way out, getting my name out there. Um, and also more studios never hurt anybody. Like writing, you have to perfect your craft and everything. So yeah, like when I was working with them, I wasn't afraid to like just hone my craft in the corner back there. And then when I'm ready, my first single is Blink of an Eye. Like when I'm ready, like just wow everybody.
Yeah, of course. So you've got like a really unique sound. Like you mix a lot of like R&B with like dance hall, Afro swing, and even some trap as well, which I think it
Yeah.
just really reflects you, the way that you present yourself as well. Like I can see how your music just ties into that as well. And
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
it's really great because you can listen to it for like any occasion. Like you can be chilling and listen to it. You can listen to it when you're getting ready for a night out. You can hear it at the club, and you can hear it at the after
Yes.
party,
I
which is
missed the
really
class.
nice.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, for sure. Well, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you've just got these like a layer of like these really beautiful vocals just on there as well. So who would you
Oh,
say
thank
you're
you.
most inspired by when it comes to creating your music?
That's hard. Like, I mean, it's not hard, but it's just there's a lot of people, like, just
Yeah.
even in terms of like my upbringing, like just what I grew up being influenced by, there's the fact that I'm African. My parents are, playing Nigerian music around the house, Fela Kuti, like Bajel, all those guys.
Mhm.
Legends, not guys, by the way. um, I'm Christian. I grew up in a very like Christian family. We went to redeemed churches. So, singing gospel every weekend,
Mhm.
harmonies, all that stuff. Older sisters, like they obviously grew up with like what was hot at the time, R&B, like Aaliyah.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's where my love for like Aaliyah came in. They introduced me to her. Destiny's Child, all of that. So yeah, I feel like my influences are They literally just come from
Yeah.
all sorts. I'm just taking a bit from here, a bit from there, a bit from there. And
Yeah.
I think like that's how my sound has come about. Like I feel like my sound is, you could say it's R&B centered or like R&B focused, but there's definitely going to be like little strands everywhere for like all my influences.
Yeah, that really ties into like the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about of like your
Ooh.
visuals, and it's really 2000s, which I really
Yes,
love, like 2000s
obsessed.
R&B, like Missy Elliott, Lil Kim, that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
And
yes,
Interest was like a really big one, and plus like the cover art as well was like a movie poster, which I really
yes.
loved.
Thank you.
It was like so attention grabbing. But what struck me the most, I think, apart from the visuals, but your outfits as
Oh,
well. So like
I
I just
love,
loved
yeah.
the fishnet and then like the leather straps and the spikes. It was like
Ooh,
punk but like fashionable and like kind of new at the
yeah,
same time, like modern. So do you have
yeah.
any like favorite designers at the moment?
Ah, you know what? No, it's so mad because I feel like my videos are where I get to explore like all the creative stuff that like I just wouldn't do on a normal day. Like now I'm like in Pretty Little Thing or something, like just
Yeah.
standard, casual, like comfortable. So yeah, like favorite, I mean, nothing's really coming to my head, but yeah, my videos, there's all the names there. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is there anyone that you'd like to represent that you'd love to like model for one
um,
day?
ooh, ooh. I want to say, I feel like their pieces are very like sleek and like, I don't know if I'm gonna say it right, but Balma, Balma, Balmain.
And yes. Trauma.
Yes, there you go. Definitely them.
Yes. Oh wow, okay. So also you're North London based, Tottenham
Yes.
to be precise, which is great because
Yeah.
I grew up in
Mhm.
Tadpole Lane.
No
So yeah,
way.
I know
I'm
the
gonna ask,
area.
what school did you go to?
Oh, I went to school in Barnet. I went to Fry Barnet
Oh my
School.
God. Girl, what you doing all over there?
So
That's far.
what school did you go to?
Hornsey Girls.
Really?
So I was like, down the road,
I know
literally,
a lot
yeah.
of my friends went to Hornsey Girls, but I was like, I can't do a girls' school. Sorry, I can't do it.
I thought it was fun. I loved it. But yeah, not here. It's not for everybody, that's for sure.
Yeah. So like have things changed for you since you started being growing? Like, have you wanted to relocate and come out of North London, move somewhere else? Or do you want to stick to like your roots, stay there because you like the community and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, I think growing up in like Tottenham is definitely a big part of my character, just because
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure you know what it's like growing up in North.
Yeah.
But I do feel like the time for me to relocate is fast approaching,
Yes.
and hopefully I can announce it soon. But yes, I feel like it's time for me to spread my little wings a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, more to come on that one, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. So, with the music industry being quite condensed and also being like a woman in the industry, it can get really challenging, as I'm sure
Mhm.
you know. So, what do you think that you bring to us as listeners that makes you stand out and want to watch?
I feel like, I mean, every artist is very different. Like we're all different individuals. Like we all have our different influences and our different stories to tell. And I feel like as an artist, I just bring my own stories. Also, I feel like in terms of watching out for me, um, what was I gonna say? When you think of like a thousand things at once.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like as a person, I think especially in today's day and age where you are everything's so much about clout and like, being the loudest and like rah rah rah. Like I feel like for me, I tend to want to show that you can still be an artist and just still be all about the music,
Hmm.
not the mess that's going on over there. As much as I do love the blog pages and I do love a little bit of tea, like I
Yeah.
do love that everything about me is just music and like yes, connecting with the fans, but I feel like that's something that we're missing these days. Like for me, when I was growing up, the artists that I loved, all I knew about them was what they were releasing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's still nice to have that element, and like especially that little mystery as well, which we don't really
Mhm.
get these days.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of things I think are very like commercial. Um,
Yeah,
they just give you absolutely everything that they've got as well. It doesn't leave anything to keep guessing. Yeah.
exactly.
So, a lot of people in the industry have been struggling for the
Hmm.
past year or so when it comes to creating because of reasons that they can't tour right now, or it's hard to
Yeah.
release albums, it's hard to get to the studio, all this kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So, has this lockdown like affected you creatively in any way?
Oh, definitely. I feel like, I mean, when we had the first lockdown,
Hmm.
I felt like I was so excited because it was like, yes, I can write at my own speed. I like, I don't need to worry about getting to this place. Like, I can write in the most comfortable, like
Yeah.
PJs, looking like a mess. Like, this is great. And then, like, 4 weeks later, you're like, nothing has happened in life. Like, there's no stories to tell. Like, you've done it all. Um, so yeah, finding like the creative process has definitely been it's been in and out, like,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's one thing that's like you kind of have to learn new ways to find inspiration, whether that's like the amount of TV. Like, I've watched, I don't even know how many shows, like
Yeah.
uh, I'm still going, to be honest. So like, just drawing inspiration from like little things, because one thing you watch might like spark idea, like, oh, this happened to me, I can relate to this in this way. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen something from this perspective, let me write it from this side. Like, so yeah, I think it's just now about like finding inspiration wherever you can, because literally that's the only way we're going to survive at this point.
Yeah. So, like, do you have a certain process that you like to go through when it comes to creating then?
I feel like it varies based on who I'm working with and like what their vibe is. But I feel like when it comes to songwriting, I'm like a sucker for melodies. Um, yeah, melodies just love. So for me, I would love to get melodies down first and
Yeah.
then like feel what emotions the melodies are like evoking in me. And
Hmm.
then I feel like that's when I'm like, okay, this is giving me like this time, like sometimes when they say a perfume reminds you of like back in the day,
Yeah.
this, I feel like that's what melodies do for me. So
Hmm.
yeah, like once I hear it and I feel it a little bit, sit with it, it's like, okay, I want to tell this story with this. So yeah, I
Hmm.
feel like that's how it goes for me. Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting, actually. I've always wondered, I've never really been a good like songwriter. I've never been a good poet. Like I just can't do it. Um,
Everyone can. It's there's no
I
right or
can't, like
wrong,
it's so
really.
bad. Like I really can't do it. I don't, and like when I talk to all these different people about their creative processes and just the ways that they connect all these little things together is actually amazing.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah.
I like
No.
talking about it so much because
Yeah.
like you just said, you can just pinpoint this one specific feeling and be like, yeah, that's going to be the thing that I'm
Yeah.
going to write about.
Yeah. No,
That's
it's true.
really
Everyone's different though.
Mhm.
Everyone's got their like different ways. Plus, like I said, there's no right or wrong. Whatever poem or song you might write, you don't know, someone over far far in the world is gonna relate to it somehow. That's why there's literally no right or wrong. Like someone
Yeah.
somewhere is going to love what you've done. So
Mhm.
yeah.
That's really inspirational. So, yeah, so what's going to be the first thing you're going to do when lockdown's lifted then?
I'm gonna see my girls. Like I
Mhm.
genuinely, like it's just been group FaceTimes. Like we're trying to have movie nights over like WhatsApp video calls and stuff, and it's like this is just not the same. So I'm definitely overdue like a girls' night, like
Yeah.
food, wine, drinks, movies, games. Like ugh, I'm in dire need. I need it so bad. I
Yeah.
need it.
I was literally just thinking earlier today, like, remember when everyone downloaded House Party and then deleted it after like a week?
Yeah, yeah. Like, what happened with that? I think I used it like twice. I've never been someone like that jumps on all the socials because I'm like, "Ah, it's
Yeah.
enough, it's too much." But like, I used it like twice. To be fair, I used it to catch up with like old school, like secondary school friends and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But after that, like once I'd caught up with everyone, I was like, well, Ain't much to do now. So yeah, that thing came and went, boy. Damn.
um so I wanted to say as well, you've traveled a lot during your career, especially
Yeah.
places like LA. So
Yes.
is it important for you to break into the US? Is that something you're looking to do like very soon, or is this like a slow process that you want to get into?
Um, I mean, do you know what's so funny? I feel like my main focus recently has been connecting more with back home in Nigeria.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I feel like the music industry there is really bubbling. Like it to me, it really excites me, the music back home, more than I think anywhere else in the world.
Mhm.
So I actually just recently came back from Nigeria. Like I was doing sessions out there and stuff, and like the musicians there, they're so talented. The people there, they're so ready to embrace you. So I feel like I might be more interested in breaking Nigeria first. Then,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the US will come when it comes, but
Yeah.
definitely back home for sure.
Oh
Definitely.
wow, that's really interesting
Yeah.
actually. So what would
Yeah.
be your advice to someone who wants to get into the music industry?
Whew, damn. I feel like there's so many lessons. Um, what can I don't I feel like all my ideas are just jumping out again. I feel like the main one is definitely no, I'm gonna say don't be afraid to promote yourself because I think that's something that I really struggled with at the
Yeah.
beginning. I was very like reserved, like, "Hey, here's a song for y'all, peace." Like I was just
Yeah.
too shy to promote myself, and it's like you don't know who's watching, you don't know where opportunities are gonna come from. Like,
Mhm.
just and like it's your work, you should be proud of it. Like I do actually love every single song I put out, so it's like, why
Yeah.
am I now afraid to share it? So yeah, don't be ashamed of self promotion. Like, how else are you gonna get your name out there? So
It's
yeah, I
very
think that's my main one. Yeah.
okay. That's really true, actually. I think there's a lot of people who put not because they're shy, but they kind of want to be like mysterious and be like, oh hey, here's just
Yeah.
this song, bye. And it's like no one's gonna
Yeah.
see it if you put it on your story like one time. Like
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it.
I had a lot of growing to do, and yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad I'm out of that phase now.
So what's coming next for you? What's coming in 2021, 2022?
Well, um, definitely more music. Like this year, I'm just excited to like be consistent with the music. Like we've got everything lined up.
Mhm.
Um, more dope videos. Like
Yeah.
I feel like interest excited me so much just because it was just so spot on with like everything I envisioned. That like now I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to think of this idea and that idea and
Yeah.
this idea." So I'm excited to yeah, just put out more like dope videos, tell more stories through my videos as well. Um, and yeah, like a project, definitely a project this year.
Hmm. Is there anyone that you like
Yeah.
really want to collaborate with?
Mm, yes. Whiz Kids for
Okay.
sure, because that album is still on repeat.
Hmm.
Um, I really want to work with SZA. I
Don't we
love
all?
her. Listen, she
Yeah.
is amazing. Um, yeah, SZA, Kid, and I feel like Janae
Yeah.
because I feel like she's just speaking to like a very spiritual side of me that like I'm very much in need of right now. She'll
Hmm.
like calm all my nerves and everything that's going on in here.
Yeah.
Um, and who else? I say one more. Uh, can I even think? Definitely someone from back home in Nigeria. Like I'll leave that spot open, but it's like for someone in Nigeria for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. And
Thank you
you
for
got
having
any plans
me.
for the rest of the day?
I've just got to go and run some errands and be an adult, boring stuff. So yeah,
I know.
not fun at all, but we move.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're such an amazing person, amazing
Oh,
personality. I love
thank
your
you.
music.
Thank you,
Um,
Claire.
and yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hopefully, I'll be hearing from you soon.
You will. Oh,
Bye.
before I
Oh,
go,
huh?
do you have any plans to tour like later on?
Oh, Yes. But I
Yeah.
feel like that tour is definitely gonna start again back home. Like I do miss UK, and like obviously I've done like one main show, my headline show, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really like interested in just being back home right now. So the
Yeah.
tour will definitely start
Tour
over there,
Africa
and I'll make my
first,
way.
and then
Yeah,
go to Europe,
exactly.
Asia, America.
Yes, exactly. So God willing,
Hmm.
when the borders open up, I can go.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, thank you so much. Have an amazing day.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye.